Yeah, people will see me with a phone again, but I said I don't have a SIM card. I really don't. I can't afford it, even if I wanted one. The Asian lady that replaced the other lady that's foreign from some other place is, man, I say, oh, where are you from, ma'am? From Asia, you know. And then she pretends like she doesn't have the answer when somebody comes. But then the person leaves, so then I'm waiting for the answer. And then she starts saying, oh, she wants to sell me a phone card, as if that's going to help with anything. And then I said, well, if the towing comes here, please, again, remind them I'm about 1 kilometer this way. She said she could call the RCMP because she doesn't think a towing will come today. And that's pretty much what I think, too, because BCAA was delaying with me. They pretended like they didn't know my vehicle, although the last time they knew my vehicle from before. I said, look properly in my file. Instead of asking me all these while the lady finished her shift, she started to go home with her phone. And so I'm going to put cones here because it's not safe that I don't do something to be more visible as it's getting dark. But again, BCAA, and same issue when I renewed my card, is they don't print, they'll print passport photos right away. They can't print their own freaking card. They don't change anything they do. So it has to get mailed, my new card that's already probably in Prince George, and then I have to email somebody 3 times probably to get them to mail it somewhere else at some point. It's really developmentally disabled, dysfunctional proto-society. And the more you travel north, it's... But the thing is also is... I don't want to get shot by asking to borrow somebody's phone or walking somewhere here. But I'm telling you, it's... again, you can see how resilient I am. This keeps happening to me. And I keep problem solving as society is de-escalating, and none of the news channels in Canada or anywhere are really having the right conversations about it. They all want to cover what they want to cover, a little bit of time of reality that they can handle. But nobody really wants to talk about what's happening in all proto-societies of the world because of our dysfunctional minds, our inability to self-correct and problem solve. And we kind of know unconsciously that we've fallen behind on this to modernity and we're all screwed. And you could see that in the way people make choices, in having kids and how they raise their kids or really don't raise their kids. And also just saying, you know, they shut down a lot of conversations with me that is reality-based. And the people that think they can handle it, it's right away. You can tell it's kind of going well, and then suddenly their response, you can tell like there was a shift. Suddenly, you know, they went from this IQ to this IQ. It's really like reality has to be shut down, and the conversations, this is people with like the best of you. If you go to small towns and people like, you know, like I just met at the pool, a guy, you know, does a radio station show in the morning, and you can tell he's probably a better communicator than the norm there, but it's still like not human standards. But you know, like he's got this elitism of being less of a redneck, and it's amazing. And just with that elitism, because he's there in this position, when he meets a real Homo sapien, he still feels superior. It's pretty sad. I said, hey, do you take guests sometimes, you know? Oh no, he wouldn't do that, not in a closed-minded place. And that's the dangers, eh? Closed-mindedness and open-mindedness meet. There's always conflicts. You feel alienated, I feel alienated. Thing is, I'm me and you're you. Can't really change that. So I'm going to go put some cones on the side and maybe have to try to sleep as vehicles go by. Some fast, some are trying to pass trucks and then they stop like at the light of the construction. It's ridiculous. So, you know, of course, nighttime there's drinking, so it's not safe where I am. I told this to BCAA. I said, this is serious. I'm not safe. I gave you the call. There's witnesses. And to do something about it. But this is when probably, again, she'll have to negotiate with different contractors that are on each side of this location. They said, where are you going? I said, well, Smithers. I said, won't start. You can't move it? Nope. And why Smithers? Well, the guy said, Lordco said, it's either Prince George going back, which would depress the hell out of me, or keep going. Smithers, and I think my membership covers that kilometers. And I have to make sure, though, that I don't get screwed in that way. But supposedly it does. So now I'll be beside a Lordco, where they'll, try to give me a gift certificate, and I'll try to trade it at some other place that sells starters. I don't know. Like, I don't want to put the third one again. And if you stick me with this solution, again, you're like, you don't get it. You don't get who you are. You don't get the Anthropocene is you. And your inability to self-correct and problem solve. That's just the way it is. I have to keep being a mechanic maybe for the rest of the summer. Learn more, do more. Maybe never making progress. And there's all these places that are running businesses, and they're overwhelmed. But they don't know how to hire a Homo sapien anyway, so they'll never hire me. And they're going to get worse too, and that's just the way it is. I'm going to turn this off.